Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another review and recap of Debs House. And today we're going to be talking about the season one, episode three. When I say I am enjoying the show, I mean I am really enjoying the show. For a long time, I haven't watched a show that I really am so concentrated at.
Yeah, right now I'm really enjoying the show as well. Um, I love all the girls. I love, seeing them get through the challenges, and also, if so, try to make a friend or two. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the whole concept of the show.
Yeah. But before we go ahead and talk about the episode, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe. And make sure you like on this video because the more you like, the more YouTube recommends this video to other people. And make sure you share this channel. Very much appreciated. So, going to the episode, we saw um last week was an elimination, so this week the ladies all woken up. One thing I kind of liked in this episode is that last week we ended the episode with the rock and so I said the rock Rocky and Chuck. That Chuck, I hope I'm not pronouncing their names wrong, had a very big altercation. Like, I was literally scared for Rocky because I was like, if her temper is flaring up like this, is there hope for her?
Right.
So I'm literally happy to come into this episode, in the episode three, to find out that they have reconciled and they realize that there's nothing in this shit. Like, it's not that deep. It's
Right.
something that they could just have discussed about, and I'm glad that they did have that discussion. And I was glad that watching this episode, seeing them like talking good about each other and like living in peace, I was so happy because I didn't want that argument. I didn't want, for because of fighting and quarreling, one person should get evicted, like how what happened in the last episode. So
Right.
that part I was happy for.
Yeah, I was actually happy to see that. It shows growth. And you have to move quickly when it comes to growth, and that they were able to get along, put everything to the side because you're there for your talent, not personalities whose personality is bigger. You're there for
Yeah.
the talent. We'll never get to see your talent if we see your attitude first.
Exactly. That's the thing. People don't know that sometimes it's before we see the talent, we first look at the attitude. Me, sometimes I might not even like the talent you have. I might like the talent you have, sorry. But with your attitude, it kind of like shifts me away
Right.
from you. So a lot of people might not actually be looking at the talent and be looking at the character and the attitude. So I was glad, really glad that the the ladies were able to like come to an agreement and found out that it's not what it's. But
Hmm.
anyways, they got a text message from Miss Debs, and she was calling every one of them to, get ready to prepare. They were having this challenge that was about marketing themselves, how they could market themselves. And they were going to New York. They arrived in New York, and we found out that what they were going to be doing was literally they were all going to be designing and being creative. And I love the idea Miss Deb brought. Like, because sometimes it's not even about your talent. It's sometimes about your fashion sense. Sometimes it's about your presence. Some people are loved not because of they are the best musicians, or they're the best rappers, or the best singers. Some people are just loved probably because of their fashion. They see them and they are always looking on fleek. They're always looking beautiful. They're always looking gorgeous in whatever they come out with. Their presence is always like, this person's presence is making brain. So I understood where Miss Debs was coming from. That it's you're not only selling that talent you have, you're selling everything. You have to be marketable. People have to see you and be like, yeah, if I bring out something of mine, it's not about being a celebrity, it's not about being a musician. If I say, okay, I want to bring out this brand of mine, would people be interested? And before people are interested in that brand of yours, you have to show them that, yeah, I'm able to, present myself in a likable way, in a nice way. You see me and you love me from the first instant. Like you see me, you love me without even knowing who I am or what I do. So I love the concept that Miss Debs brought up. What did you
Yeah.
say about the challenge?
I thought it was a good idea, because it took them out of their little square box and put them in a whole circle, and it made them bring out their creative side, you know, um, because artists, and I'm an ex-artist myself, but um, you know, I think that it brings out other creative channels in you, you know, and you always have to have some type of creative channel that's other than your God-given talent. You know what I'm saying? You can't be
Yeah.
all about the music, and you colorblind and you wearing green, pink, and yellow all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And none of it's
Mm-hmm.
really making sense. You know, um, if you look at you know stars and everything, right? They came out with their own brand of this clothing or that clothing, or you know, they kind of branched off from their rapping or their singing, and they came out with other things, you know. And so I think it was good that Miss Deb had that to kind of brighten their horizons.
Yes. So I was really glad. Um, that she did that. I think she's a very I really I'm not really that known to her. This show has really um let me know her, and she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I
She
go ahead.
she knows what she's doing in the industry. Now they decided to divide the ladies into two groups, where one group was to design a jackets, and we had the team Da Vinci for the jackets. Then we also had team Jacqueline. All right, I hope I'm pronouncing it well, for the shoes. Now they were all the team for the jackets was to come out with a fashion piece, a jacket piece, a design. Then the team for the shoe were based off a brand that had an old shoes from, I think, from the 90s. They had to rebrand it into the new school, infuse the old school and the new school, and still keep a little bit of the element of the old school. That was what they were doing. And for me, I felt like the ladies, they did an amazing job. They tried in their own way, like coming up with ideas. People, like, I didn't even know that. What's the name of that big lady? The big lady in the house.
Oh, dank,
Is it Dunk?
dank.
I hope I'm not.
It's dank.
um Anyways, I just, me watching this episode made me realize that a lot of people, a lot of them had talent, apart from the talent of, rapping and holding the mic and rapping. So it was great to see and, seeing that Dawn could sketch and she shows her own clothes because of her big size. And most times when she sees the clothes she likes, it's hardly in her size, so she has to sew them herself. I think it's a great thing. It's a
Right.
good side hustle at least.
Right.
So it was
Exactly.
great to see that apart from the music side, the rapping side, the ladies also had another aspect to them. It was great to see.
Yeah.
Now, the only problem I did have with uh this whole thing was the coaches, those people that were brought in to help them. Now, for the
Hmm.
jackets thing, for the shoes thing, they had a designer and owner of a brand to come show them the way to go.
Right.
Then for the jacket team, they brought in Bartolome, whatever. I don't really know. I'm sorry. I've already said I'm very bad in pronunciation of people's name.
Bartholomew.
Well, yeah. And he's a designer. Now, I'm gonna be honest. When they came in, before they came in, everybody was pitching in their ideas and it was turning out great. I was like, okay, there's perspective from all the themes. When the designer came, I was like, okay, let me see how this is gonna go. Um, then we had for the shoes team. I think the designer now came. She worked with the energy in the room. She pushed them more. She worked off with what they already had and like gave her own opinion. Like, okay, you already have this idea. Okay, let me add one or two to what idea you already had. She was not trying to trample on their ideas. Meanwhile, a total different thing for the jacket thing. I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't like the mentor they brought for the jacket thing. I thought that he was too prideful. I'm sorry. I know he's a big name in the fashion industry, but there's a difference between being a big name and being prideful. He came off as a prideful person because he literally brought them down on every single. Those ladies were literally bouncing off ideas before this guy was coming. Like they were like, okay, yeah, we'll do this, yeah, we'll do this, yeah, we'll do this. You're like, they were bouncing off of ideas, and you come up in the room and they started giving you the ideas and you were just shrugging it off. You were not even trying to be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel okay, maybe we can just tweak one or two. He was just bouncing off the ideas. He wasn't even, for me, I felt like he wasn't like trying to make corrections. He was just trying to let them know that you're not a designer, I'm a designer. What I say goes. Hi, Ladon.
Hi,
That was what I
Ladon.
was feeling. That was the energy he was giving me. He was giving me an energy of, I'm just here to literally um let you know that I'm a designer. And if I feel like your design, like these girls are not designers. They didn't go to
Yeah.
fashion school. They
Yeah.
don't know anything. They're just bouncing off the kind of fashion sense they like, what they would love to see on somebody, what they would love to see on themselves, the kind of fashion sense they probably most of them literally went with what they would literally go to the mall and buy.
Right.
So they want what we do, and the kind of things they felt like, okay, I would have loved her to have this kind of style, to wear this kind of style. That was what most of them were bouncing off. But you came in there and literally siphoned, like immediately that guy started talking, I felt the energy switched. If they had 100% energy before, it died down. It effing died down, and I felt bad for them because I knew that they were coming in here with so much excitement, comparing the jacket theme and the shoes theme. Like the mentor came in, was going with the energy, but you came in and you call yourself a mentor, that's not what a mentor is supposed to do. You're not supposed to come there and siphon the energy from them. You're supposed to give them more energy, but you literally took away all the energy. For me, I felt that that was a bad mentor. If there was a failure in that group, for everything they did that was turning bad for them, I blame it on that mentor, because for me, the mentor was a very bad mentor. I'm sorry. That's my own point of view.
I mean, I kind of agree. Bartholomew, he just seemed like he wasn't into it. He might as well have bought a fingernail file and filed his nails at the table, honey, because he was just not into these girls and their ideas. And, you know, he was almost like an emotional vampire. You know what I'm saying? When he walked into the room, and I'm looking at how he's looking at him. And then I'm like, okay, your greens, the color green you got on ain't even matching your shoes, bro. But you know, you this fashion guru, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, okay, I seen the pictures of what they showed, what he did before. Okay, nice fashions, you know what I'm saying? But these are young minds, you know, young women, and fashion isn't like their number one passion,
Yeah.
you know. So I just felt like he was a little bit hard on them, you know, which would damper anybody's mood, but I'm just glad that they were able to pull it off, even though he was timing them. I was like, what the heck is he doing? Why is he timing them? You know, I mean, he wasn't all that helpful,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Tiffany was kicked back. She smiled a lot. She engaged with them. You know, um, she listened. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and she made a few, ideas. These are ideas. I'm here. I'm gonna push these ideas towards you, and you can gravitate against any of them that you want.
Exactly. And she didn't, what I loved about Tiffany the most was like she was giving her ideas, but wasn't making it look as if her idea was better than the ideas that the same shoe was bringing. She
Right.
didn't make them feel as if their own ideas were wrong and hers were right. She was just like, okay, why don't we do this like this? Okay, if you guys see that it goes with the flow with you guys, fine. But he was just like, you know what? Why would you put a zipper here? It's giving too much. I'm like, God, he just, I felt bad for all of them. Imagine how Rocky was so happy at the beginning, but before the challenge was over, Rocky's energy just drained down her face, everything just died.
Right. I would have loved to though been in their shoes though to design my own tennis shoe or design a jacket. Oh my God. You know, that was beautiful seeing that.
Yeah, I felt bad, but one as much as I said the team, I felt like the mentor was an issue. Um, Irrespective of that, they did well, and I feel like because of he made them feel like they were less of a fashion guru. They didn't have time to prepare so much for their presentation, and I felt bad for them because the other team they were able to do quickly and organize how to present. I was scared for them. They actually still did an amazing job when it came to the presenting, because they all came forward trying, like, presenting, and I was surprised that they were still able to pull off the presentation, because they didn't even know what they were going to say. I knew that it was going to be too much jumbo jumbo. People were going to be talking over each other because it was not planned. But I still love that they were still a little bit organized. One thing that scared me though was when, the other team was very organized. When they asked the other team, like, who do you feel was a less, was a problematic person or less energy in the group? The other team were like, okay, everybody was good, everybody was, productive, everybody were bouncing off everybody's idea. I was scared for the other team that they were going to fail that particular one, because I was like, Imagine your energy being drained. You came in here with high energy, your energy being drained, and things didn't really go the way you want. There's a possibility that you might say something bad. So I was scared at that moment. So I was holding my fingers. And when Rocky was like, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, please let her not say something stupid. So, but I was literally glad when she said, you know what, everything that's here is everybody's collective, effort. So I was like, yeah, thank you, Jesus. She didn't f up. So I was glad. I was really glad that they still, irrespective of how, like, don't say you have to listen to the designer and then tweak it a little to fit your style, and that's stylist for a reason. So irrespective of whatsoever went on and whatever issues they had in their organization team when they were trying to organize themselves, they still realized that at the end of the day, the four of us were together in this, and we are here together. How did you feel about the responses to working as a team,
Well,
irrespective of what they went through?
well, from my perspective, working as a team, I seen that in team. Let's see, what it was a team one, which was the Jacklars. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I seen that in them, but then in team two, team Davucci, I
yeah,
didn't see that only in Big Mouth because Big Molly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but because she was drawing bucket hats, that wasn't a jacket. Her mind wasn't in the game. And that was the team that what's his name? Bartholomew. He was
mhm.
the mentor there, right? And he
Yeah. He
stood
was their
over.
mentor. Yeah.
Yeah, he stood over and he seen what she was doing. You know, Instead of him saying, "Hey, okay, that's for another challenge. This is the challenge that we're trying to do a jacket." You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
wasn't. She wasn't really putting her input in on that because she was like, "Well, I want to design." Like this ain't design school. You know what I'm saying? It's not that type of challenge. This isn't design school. You know. So I just felt like she was the weakest link out of that group.
But the thing is that she already said that she doesn't know anything about fashion. She already said it from the first.
Well,
So I wasn't expecting much from her.
yeah, but I mean, at least try. You know, Look up some colors. Say, hey, what are the colors for this coming season? Let me Google it. These kids Google everything else. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, make yourself useful. Don't sit there and just sketch what you want. So I just thought that was a little disrespectful on her end. I would have been upset if I would have been on a team with her. You know what I'm saying? Because here we are scrambling and you over there doodling, you know?
And something that has been off for her was the way she was always saying, I have a team, I've performed for Sexy Red, I've performed for this, I've opened for this. Like, I feel like if she feels like she's that accomplished, why are you here?
Yeah, and not only
I
that, why do you have to be your own mouthpiece?
Yeah, I dislike when if you feel like you are above the standard of where people are, why are you there?
Hmm.
Then you should leave and go to where you are will be appreciated, where you'll be loved, and where your standard really is. Because if you
Yeah,
feel like, yeah, I've opened for Sexy Red, I've opened for these, I've opened for these, and most of these ladies have not, achieved or even dreamt of achieving a little bit of what you've achieved. So why did you when you got a text message that, oh, fine, or a DM or whatever, how they contacted them and they said be in this competition, why did you accept? You could have said, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to be in this category.
Yeah,
No,
because
it's
she's at a place where a lot of those young ladies wish they could be, career wise.
yeah,
Who wouldn't want to open up for a big talent?
yeah. But that's why I feel like if you know you've gotten to where you want in life, why are you taking off? Because I think what me I feel, how I see it or how I view it is that if you know you've gotten to somewhere in life, it's like you've made millions, but you don't want others to make it. You're trying to block others' blessings because what if she didn't accept this invitation? Somebody else would have been on her spot. Somebody that really really wants it,
Right.
that we really really cherish it, that really really knows that okay, these values, yes, somebody that she doesn't value this opportunity, right? Because she feels like I've gone beyond this, I've done more than this. Like I've people know me, they've heard me, I've opened up. Like she knows that she's above this. But there's so many people, there were so many rappers that came at that day for that audition that I know that they really are working hard to at least be in this position that they all are in. So why did you really accept the invitation if you know you were bigger than this, rather than allowing somebody that would value, somebody that would love this opportunity, that would understand that yes, this is what I want, and know that yes, I have to work hard for this. Why did you take that?
Hey, maybe she just wanted to be on a reality TV show, because you get taped longer on a reality TV show than you are on stage. On stage, you there 20 minutes at the most. A couple of songs, 2 3 songs, you're out. Then here comes the next group. Uh, you know, so maybe she just wanted to be on reality TV. You know,
What she what? Well, I guess maybe she has sold herself more because the amount of time I had, I have a team, I've opened for this, I've opened for that. Okay, that's great. At least me, I didn't know her before. Now I know her.
see what I'm saying? So it worked.
It kind of worked because for I know the people that she has opened for, but I don't know her. So at least I've known her now. So it's all good.
Right.
It's all good. But one thing I was happy for Dunk Baby or Dunk. I think I need to go rewatch and find out her name. I was happy that she won the golden mic and she was safe from elimination. And I feel like for me she tried so much for her team. She I just love her. Like she's somebody that doesn't allow the situation that she's going through or what anybody's feel or says about her to literally stop her from becoming or doing or accomplishing what she wants. So that's for me. That's why I kind of love her, and I was happy that she did win that mic. And unfortunately, the other team, Team Jacket lost. Unfortunately for them.
Right. I was happy that that she won, as well. I like her personality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She seems like she's down to earth. She don't bother nobody. She has her mind on, her experiences. She raps about what she's gone through. You know what I'm saying? It's street, it's there. I like it. She reminds me of this other reality TV show that I used to watch. They were out in Vegas and they did hair, and they were heavy set girls, and they had a beauty salon for heavy set girls. Well, one of these girls on there that was on the show, I'm gonna get her name, but she sung a song called "I'm Special." And girl, this song is banging. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to research it a little bit more and send you her name and stuff so you can listen to her. But yeah, I love her personality. I love Dank's personality. She's down to earth. She's talented. She found ways through her struggle to bring her talents out. Because she said she used to watch her grandmother and her mother crochet. You know, so out of that comes the sewing. Because she had to make clothes large enough where that she can wear. So yeah, I love that she got that golden mic. You know, because she was being judged. Well, all the girls were actually being judged on their creativity, the concept, the marketing, their presentation, the design, and the originality of their designs, you know. So I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I was really really happy for her, but we saw, unfortunately, we got to see Malachi, Big Mali being evicted in today's. It was not expected. It was not, how will I put it? It was expected rather. I expected that she was the one that was going to get evicted
Mhm.
from the show. But one thing I didn't understand is that she still stood on business. Like, you know what? It's not bad that I have a team. Uh, um, like she still went. I don't think she learned the lesson Miss Debs was trying to teach, even after she was going home.
Yeah, I think Deb's whole thing was, like, what is she learning from this? She feels like she's already made, and an already made person, you can't make them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like trying to. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this real quick. One time, my daughter, when she was younger, she wanted a cat, and I said, "Girl, I'm not gonna get you a cat." She said, "Well, I want a kitten." I said, "Okay, this cat just had some kittens, right?" So I captured one of them. Girl, you cannot turn a alley kitten into a house kitten. That thing was wild as heck, you know. So I'm just saying that to reference, you know, uh, Big Nally. She's already made. So you can't remake her. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. But now that she's gone, I want to see how the show will progress. And now at least the ladies there appreciate what they are gaining from this process. Everybody that is here right now, that is remaining there right now, is or are people that really, really, really want to be there. There are people that really are fighting to, you know, win that final stage. So I really want to see how it's gonna play out. But I think it's gonna be fun. Like I say, the show has like I don't know why a lot of people are not talking about this. I don't know why a lot of people are not watching it. But the show is fun and interesting.
Yeah, I like it. I like seeing how Deb is doing different things with the girls, and then I see that Deb is also kind of falling in love with these girls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
hoping for the best for these girls. I'm hoping that their attitudes and personalities don't get in the way of their music, because
Mm-hmm.
hey, sometimes you only get one shot at it. You know what I'm saying? And you want that shot from a wholesome good person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I hope it works out good for them.
Well, I hope that it goes well for all of them. But I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait for next week's episode also to see how it's gonna go. But this is where we're gonna end it for today. for episode 3 of Deb's House. Don't forget to join us same time next week for another review and recap of Deb House. And also don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe to this channel. Like on these videos, guys. Click on the like button. The more you like, the more it will recommend the video to other people. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Don't forget that. We're gonna be back here tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Make sure you join us then for Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're gonna see you guys next time. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.